Hi, folks, and welcome to the Movie Mad channel. Today, I'm going to talk about two. Why are you hopping about, James?
Stepped on the dog's treat.
Oh, you stepped on a dog treat. Right, okay. I asked James to make sure this little remote was working, and he was checking the camera for me, and I just seen him bouncing about behind the camera. I wasn't trying to make this as a very professional video, but there we go. So, as I was saying, I was talking about uh, two films that I got in the charity mega haul video, and I'm starting to get more and more convinced that these came from somebody who'd passed away. Perhaps a veteran. I don't know. But, or somebody that was just really interested in it. And the two films I watched was The Last Rifleman and The Great Escaper. Now, these have got very familiar topics. They were released virtually at the same time. And I thought I'd watch them both and do a little comparison on them. So we're going to start off with The Last Rifleman. Pierce Brosnan, he plays a Irish veteran from the Ulster Defence Force. I think that's what it was, and he escapes to Normandy for the 75th anniversary, and the exact same theme is in The Great Escaper. Now, I read afterwards, looking at this, that both these films were based on the same person, which was Bernard Jordan, who escaped his care home and went to the D-Day 75th anniversary in 2014. Now, let's talk about The Last Rifleman. So, The Last Rifleman, I'm going to be honest with you, I don't think The Last Rifleman is a great film. If you watched it on its own, it was just a little bit long, a little bit ponderous, a little bit slow. Is it a good film? I thought it was an okay film, but it's just something about the pacing of it, the slowness of it, that it just didn't seem to resonate with me. And I have to say, I'm wondering if that is because I'd watched The Great Escaper first. It just was just too slow for me. Pierce Brosnan acting was perfect in it. The thing is, as well, I don't know the accent. I don't know as Pierce Brosnan's Irish accent. I just don't think it. Well, maybe it just didn't fit well with me. I just don't know what quite it was. Maybe it was just I couldn't quite understand and things like that. It's just I just didn't seem to connect with that one as much as I did with The Great Escaper. So the last Rifleman, I'm wondering if I've done this a disservice by watching it second, but I think that it's an okay film. There is a couple of bits I wrote down about the director, which is director Terry Lone. There's a couple of cameos from John Atmos. I've seen him in a few things, an American veteran, and Jurgen Ponchino, who's the guy in Das Boot and other things. And what else is he in that reminds me? He's the character in the Da Vinci Code where they go to the bank and drives a truck. Yeah, that's who it is. Who reminds me of, and those cameos were pretty good. So I liked those, but just didn't have the same impact on me as The Great Escaper. So I think I've talked enough about The Last Rifleman. Sky Original, Pierce Brosnan, it was okay. Now, let's move on to The Great Escaper, which I'm going to be honest with you, I thought was the far superior film. And it stars Michael Caine. Maybe it's because Michael Caine is virtually that age. And I believe this was his last film, so maybe this was because Pierce Brosnan was younger and he was playing an older character. But Michael Caine is actually the age, or very close to the age that Bernard Jordan was in the in the original film. It also had in The Last Rifleman. Right, just to let you know. No, I'm not gonna. If I talk about it now and there's people that have not seen it, it could cause spoilers. Not major ones, but I don't know. If you haven't seen it, you might not want to watch the video just now. You might want to turn off and watch it after you've watched both these films. So, not to put you off or anything, but there you go. So I'm gonna mention just one minor plot thing that happens. So before in The Last Rifleman, before Pierce Brosnan's character Bernard Jordan heads to Normandy, his wife dies. Whereas in The Great Escaper, his wife is alive and she's worried about him and trying to get him. And I think that makes a bigger impact into the film. And his wife's played by Glenda Jackson, who I believe is now actually passed away. She plays Renee. And Michael Caine's character escapes from the care home. He somehow gets over to France by getting the bus. He's got his passport. The other thing is that in The Last Rifleman, the way that he gets to France is a little bit more contrived, and I just don't think it's as realistic as The Great Escaper. I think that The Great Escaper, as I said, is the far superior film. I really, really enjoyed it. And after watching The Great Escaper, The Last Rifleman to me was a disappointment. And it is a true story. Well, the Great Escaper is a true story. They're both based on the same one. But at the end of The Great Escaper, it tells you what happens afterwards, which The Last Rifleman doesn't. And I just think that it's just a more impactful film. Sorry about rambling on because it's just that I think The Great Escaper is a much better film. The Last Rifleman has good cameos, it's got good merits, but I just think this one's put together a lot better. It's got a little bit of comedy, in it as well. I can't remember. I can't remember what the comedy was, but it was really good. So I'm going to stop rambling on now because I think I've not made a good comparison video here. I'll put it up, see what you think. And if you are interested, if you were to watch one of these films, I would personally recommend The Great Escaper. Now, if I was going to put a film on, it'd be this one. It wouldn't be this one. So should I keep both in my collection? I don't think I will. I think I will just keep this one because this is my dilemma. Because maybe it's because I put this one on after this one. Maybe if I put this one on first, I'd have a different opinion. We'll see. But thank you for watching, guys. Hope you've enjoyed my little video here, and I'll catch you next time.